This is Morning Routines with the I Love Success podcast.
So I get up around 5 or 5:30, somewhere in there. Usually these days, I just get up and go, hit the restroom and then come over here. As I mentioned, my yoga guru, my instructor, is right next door. That was not a coincidence. We opened up Peak Brain because I was exercising next door. And then from about 6 until about 7:30, I'm doing Ashtanga yoga next door. And then come over here, take a shower, get ready for the day, pull up my client charts, usually have some very good coffee. I've recently started drinking these morning shakes called Ample, these little like dry powdered beverages you put water in, shake them up, that are somewhat low carb, plant protein kind of beverages, and some collagen I think in there too. And either that or some, I was eating Mark Sisson's Primal Kitchen bars for a while, which are, again, collagen based. So I try to have some form of fat, maybe some protein or collagen in the first half of the day. And then I don't eat a lot until I go home. I usually go home around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, have a meal, and then keep working on other stuff, on the computer. And so I try not to eat too much later than, evening. But I would say between 6 and about 10 a.m., that's my morning. That includes Ashtanga yoga, probably more coffee than I should be drinking. And then I have like an Ample or a Primal bar or something. And I'm usually seeing clients by about 8 a.m. as well. So often there's a lot of meetings and things like that. So the Ashtanga is probably the only thing keeping me sane and performant in this busy entrepreneurial lifestyle, because I go from, again, 5:30 in the morning until sometimes midnight. And so I'm just always, and I have companies and branches of Peak Brain in other locations that are in different time zones. So right now I have a office in St. Louis, for instance. I was talking to a private client in Copenhagen, middle of last night. So unfortunately I don't get quite as much sleep as I probably should. But I bolster any deficits with coffee, nootropics, and then keep my stress low with Ashtanga. So,
do you think mornings are important?
I do. I think that the morning, especially if you get up early enough to not be reactive in your morning, if you can be very intentional and effortful and choice-driven in your activity, then you can sail into your day feeling like you're in control, not feeling rushed, not being overwhelmed by all the things that are clamoring for your attention. So, if I get up at 7 a.m. and hit the restroom, come over here, and I skip yoga, which I do sometimes, it's a very different environment when I start work than if I've had an hour of, nearly meditative yoga to drop into a really calm place. If I've, done my morning sort of rituals about getting my iced coffee and having a cup before people walk in, then I'm very calm and sort of self-possessed and low-key all day. But if I, sleep late or wake up and don't want to go to yoga or to a day off from yoga, then I find myself, a little more stressed right away and having not had that essentially meditation in the morning to set my mind. So yeah, I encourage folks to have a routine in the morning that is earlier than you need so that you don't feel rushed. And I also encourage folks to add meditation or mindfulness into their lives. And I think that meditation in the morning works better than meditation in the evening for changing your day. It can give you a little more spaciousness, a little less reactivity. So I'm a big fan of doing something early in the day that is anchoring your attention, be it a repetitive yoga practice, actual sitting on a cushion doing mindfulness or meditation. I think that really does allow you to get the most out of your day later on.